Hey folks, this is Bardic Dragoon. Welcome back to Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. So when we last left off, we had made our way through the sewers of Idiala, in order to, well, mostly take care, knock out a few side quests and do some things like that. In our pursuit of getting here to the under sewers, what is that? That's weird. Anyway, but in our pursuit to get here to the under sewers, and, well, along the way we found some crafting tables. And so, yeah, between videos I have upgraded my equipment a bit. It's most prominently noticeable with the weapons. We're still doing staff and bow and arrow, but I made my own bow and arrow. I also made a primal damage staff. And yeah, they both are pretty solid damage. And now any attack that I hit has a chance to deal primal damage. But I also upgraded pretty much everything but the helmet. I didn't have the resources to make a new finesse build helmet, which is what I wanted to do because I'm not a big fan of the cowls. I kind of like the whole hooded thing, you know. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, hey, hello again. We are here in the undersewer. I presume I should be talking.
What can I do? Come. If Anakatos wishes us to retrieve this circlet, we will do it quickly. I wish to be done with this. Be cautious in these lands.
Alright, I mean, considering we're basically grave robbing here, don't blame you being a little
Be cautious.
annoyed.
There are marauders here.
I hadn't noticed.
I won't hold back.
Hey, there you go, you finally hit him.
Justice is coming.
We also, in crafting that equipment, I ended up learning something interesting as far as the way that the primal damage works. Oh, golden chalice, what the heck? Yeah, alright.
What can I do?
Keep asking that. I don't know the answer. Anyway. But yeah, the primal damage, because, well, let's, notice, yeah. The bow, it's only 12 points of primal damage, but that's because it has its own base damage of, like, physical and piercing and all that fun stuff. But staffs actually have fairly high primal damage because it's treated as an element. So since staffs don't have, like, a base level, you know, normal damage they have, it's whatever element they are. And, well, a primal staff is going to be primal element. It actually has the highest amount of primal damage you can get on a weapon. Kind of an interesting thing to note. Anyway. Nothing over here that we can deal with. Okay. Then again, looking at this map from what we can see here, I'm guessing this is going to be one of those little loop dungeons that the game likes to do, which admittedly, that's a decent layout for a dungeon if they're not going to teleport you back to the entrance at the end of it, but still.
There. That is the artifact you seek. The circlet of Arcades. By taking it, Arcades' grave becomes an empty tomb. Let us depart. Anakatos has had his fun with me, and there is nothing left to plunder.
Why are you so angry? I mean, admittedly, we are grave robbing. I admit that. That seems like something that isn't good, but you're awfully angry even considering that.
It is nothing I can share with you, Beckond. It is not worth your time.
Just tell me. I mean, I am the Beckond. I am the main character of this story. Feel free to, relay your backstory to me.
Do not concern yourself with me, Beckond. Let us follow the Primos' orders.
Huh. Alright then.
Very well.
I mean, yeah, technically we don't have Actually, no, we do have maxed out persuasion. How the heck did you say no to maxed out persuasion, lady? Tell me your secrets. Oh, so I'm gonna continue exploring anyway, because fuck you. I'm already a grave robber. I might as well make a tidy profit at it while I'm here. Kind of basic stuff, but not bad. Oh, another primal staff we can break down and recraft later for better. Now, one thing I always kind of forget with the crafting. Oh, this isn't going well. Anyway, as I was saying, something that I kind of, for lack of a way to describe it, forgot when it comes to crafting is that, well, as I kind of mentioned in the previous video, when you craft things, you're kind of left at the mercy of what random, items you found. And, well, here we are finding a lot of higher tier equipment and thus salvaging it into higher tier items. Ultimately, that mainly tends to focus for any kind of guarantee. So we stop coming out of portals and killing and attacking me. Yeah, but anyway. For the, secondary or, tertiary, everything but the core component. Or the broad or the mid or whatever, the very you guys are starting to annoy me. But yeah, outside of those, what we end up getting when you salvage stuff is significantly more random in a lot of ways. And so, yeah, your secondary, okay, you have good, solid base stats, but, secondary stats and things like that are very weird outside of that, or since you can, custom craft, well, if you've got enough sage crafting skill, custom craft the gems that then you decide to put into it. That also tends to have a lot of room for just getting really cool stuff. But, yeah, in general, you'll end up with some very odd secondary effects. You'll end up with more secondary effects, well, I mean, just take a look. So, our primordial staff here, and I compare that to a normal, okay, it's on the same tier, primal staff, just have primal damage, and then a lower tier one that, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we have the base damage, primal damage. Let's see, bonus to lightning damage, bonus to ice damage, bonus chance to critical hit, mana steal, or chance to steal mana per hit, and just bonus to damage because it's a weapon and we master crafted it. Bow and arrow. We got our basic, normal, physical, and piercing damage, some primal damage, bonus to piercing, bonus to critical hit damage with physical, bonus to just critical hit damage in general, applies 20 bleeding damage or over 5 seconds, which, since I've got bonuses to bleeding damage and stuff like that with this build. That's a good thing. And then, you know, plus 7% damage. Some good stuff. Let's see, some of the insane ones, though. Yeah, the robe. Bleeding resistance. We got mana regeneration just because it's a robe. Solid armor. Bleeding resistance. Poison resistance. Bonus to health. Elemental, or just overall elemental resistance. Bonus to damage. Bonus to damage resistance and physical resistance. You get all these just different added effects, and they just kind of all add together to where, yeah, I just have stupidly high on a lot of things. Like, well, I have over 1,000 MP or 1,000 HP, and well, not including what's reserved, or when you include what's reserved for the various passive abilities that I have equipped. I have almost 1,000 mana, and yeah, I didn't even think that. I thought things would be capped at like 3 digits or something like that, because I'm not actually sure why I thought that. It just seemed like a logical thing for the game to work that way, because you start at sub 100 on both HP and MP. So like the idea that you can go to over 1,000, and like, yeah, at level, 30 or something, almost at max level, we were, we weren't getting to like 700 or 800 plus. At one point I ended up doing the math on like how the game factors and figures out like your HP and MP, because I know I've mentioned before, it is when you put points into but yeah, when you put points into each of the different finesse, sorcery, and might, might gives you gives you strong level up to, no, I'd say it's not as high of rank level on that. That's closer to the Hex Weave rather than Spirit Weave. Anyway, but it gives you like a high bonus to strength, or to HP, minimal to mana. Sorcery the other way around, and finesse is kind of equal on both. And at one point I actually early on calculated like what the numbers would be. I fortunately forgot what they were and forgot where I put my notes on that. Because, I'm a professional, that's what you do, right? Yeah, but anyway, you have items? Nope, okay, you didn't drop anything. And yeah, when you add the numbers together, like at max level, it was putting like 700 or 800. And like, okay, yeah, you can apply more bonuses with equipment, but I didn't think like how far you could push those. That's auto turn. Oh, hey, it actually worked. Cool. Oh, we can actually jump down into there. Interesting. Is there anywhere else we can go? No, not really. Alright, so let's do this. Yeah! What did we just run into? Where are we at? What's happening?
Oh?
You're not a giant stone person, what?
Hold! Hold! What are you? You are... No, not! You're my size! My size! This can't be! I knew I shouldn't have eaten that lichen earlier. Cave slime never agrees with me.
Who are you exactly?
What? You mean you walk these halls and know nothing of their lord and holder? I am the king of this undersewer, protector of this whole expanse.
What is an Almain doing here?
Divine providence. Once I wandered the lands below, living in caverns, in a base attempt for subsistence. But then the earth was left below me, and I was raised into a city in the sky.
I didn't realize.
Your mistake. If that's supposed to be groveling, then you need to brush up on your etiquette. But I suppose I can allow such insolence to be humored for this one time. I haven't had much in the way of company out here. Oh, you're welcome to some of the cave slime, if you're hungry. There's plenty for everyone. Be gone!
Alright, Also, that got us an achievement for some reason. Etched into the shield is the following phrase: "For glory above and glory below, etc., etc." And may the gods guard, or the gods guard us as well. It looks like a lot like a frying pan. Heir presumptive. This straw doll largely seems to be ignored. Heir apparent. This straw doll is worn as if someone has lavished it with much attention. Bottle of hair. On close inspection, this bottle seems to be filled with hair. Fine satchel of rocks. The fabric of the satchel is rich and lush in texture. The rocks inside of it are just ordinary rocks. I think I will let the crazy guy keep his stuff. Have fun, sir. And let's see. Oh. This way it looks like it leads to a chest. Ah, so it does. Spirit Weave robes, fine Prismere Fey blades, and vigorous Fey blades. Wow, this place is huge. Alright, well, let's jump down here. Huh. Now, I figure we're doing a little bit of side exploration here, but... But yeah, this is a lot to this undersewer here. Interesting. Though with my self-made weapons here, I might be a bit too powerful for this to pose much of a threat to me. That and the level up, because I'm not entirely sure how this game scales its level, or how this area scales its level. Like most of the areas, you have that whole, they've described, like it falls within a range. That's what I forgot to make. I forgot to make myself a set of daggers. For sneak attacking enemies. Oh well. you know, being upfront about things and just exploding them with magic worked out very well. So, you know, the sneak attack is arguably not really all that useful in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, so it's like I don't know if this place is scaled at like level 35, and then once like you enter, it's scaled at 35, and then it stays there for like the area as a whole, or how the scaling works. Because since DLC can be done at any point essentially, and the game already had an issue with the way scaling is done, so arguably there is room for improvement. That they hopefully recognized the issue and attempted to fix it. And how true it is that how true that is that they recognized and attempted to fix it, but you know, whatever. So I feel like scaling might work a little differently than other parts of the game, but how differently and in what ways that it's different, that I don't know. But then again, this game is very easy to just like get too strong, like stat and power wise, and then it's like, well, you know, you don't really need like level. You're basically punching above your weight class, because through finding either finding or making really good equipment, you have basically made yourself too powerful. Though that and the higher level abilities feel like, beyond just like their damage values and things like that, feel a bit too good in some respects. I mean, like, we already, you know, with the pure build saw like the higher level stuff, like, not actually weirdly the warrior didn't have this, but with the pure finesse and pure sorcery builds, we end up seeing, you know, there's like, what is it, Meteor with the finesse build, or with the Latchin shoes. What is this guy going for it? I have mastered all of Raykor's secrets, Lachan boasted. These relics were found unmarked among his ashes. The gods will not be mocked. Alright, cool. Was I in the midst of saying? Well, that's a convenient time for a brain fart, isn't it? Or inconvenient time? Eh, whatever. And then, okay, cool. Oh, yeah. With the sorcery build, there was the finesse spell, or there was not the finesse spell, the meteor spell. The finesse build had the whole, throughout all the landmines things. It just did a great job of being able to keep enemies, like the amount of hit stun they tended to cause was great for keeping enemies away. And it hit in large areas and did lots of damage. And like now, okay, you know, because we're doing a mixed build, we don't have access to either of those. But, you know, this is just fine. And admittedly, from the finesse side, there really isn't a lot going on. As far as, like, you know, abilities that would be super overpowered in the second to last tier, but, you know, when you're doing a cross build, you're going to have something, either just the raw strength and durability of the might class to lean on with the just raw, or to lean on, or you'll have this. And boom. Oh wait, secret door over here. You know, after seeing just the normal doors around here, secret doors just aren't that interesting anymore. Or is it just me? Yep, weaker than what I've got right now. unfortunate downside with things like once you've gotten into crafting your own stuff, you're going to be crafting top tier stuff. Like, it's not impossible for it to be stronger than what you already have, like the stuff you find to be stronger, but it's very unlikely. And since you can, customize when you craft on your own, to an extent, as I said, luck does kind of factor into it, so on and so forth. Like being able to, like, oh, but it has some ups and downs because game balance, and like, well, I can just break game balance and cater to my build stupidly well. There's exit out. There's the exit there, I guess. Yeah. Alrighty. What is... oh, right. Sewer ladder doesn't get us out of the sewer. The sewer ladder takes up to a higher level. That's what it was. Alright, let's see. We got some items we can loot over here. There's an alchemy table.
Can the beckoned be so small?
Yes, I get that reaction a lot, but yes, it can be true. That was totally not worth the effort. And considering the lack of effort that was put into that, that is saying something right there. Tamios. Oh, what's that? A simple golden ring. Well, for being a unique named item, I was expecting more than that, but okay. That is actually one thing with the crafting. You can't make rings, so there's that one weak spot in the crafting, though. Like, the rings and the necklaces don't really contribute a lot, honestly. Like, find one halfway decent ring or necklace and, you're good to go. You don't really need to worry about it. Like, the one that I've been using, inventory. What is it? Yeah, Reviving Metal of Eradicating, which isn't even really a super fancy one, but since it gives me automatic health and mana regeneration, which, I mean, you automatically have mana regeneration, but it boosts that, and boosts physical damage. And then... that one's kind of... actually, no. There we go. Yeah. Bonus to all elemental damage and mana, and lowering mana cost, and then bonus to health and mana itself. There's some really solid, just... stats to be seen right here on what I've just found lying around normally. And, like, there's not much incentive to change, because it's got, with what I found, a decent spread. Though there is, arguably, as far as, like, accessories, a better option, air quotes, that I'm actually not making because I'm holding a controller and don't feel like stopping to finish walking over to the exit point that I'm trying to get to here. But, yeah, there is an arguably better... Ooh, spiders. Nah, that's what I love. I love spiders. That actually gives you +1 to the various skill trees, like +1 to all finesse skills, +1 to all might skills, +1 to all the sorcery skills, and the like accessories that provide that particular bonus, and that's a hard one to apply just on its own. Like, you can't craft that onto equipment or do... Well, you can through... I think it's epic gems. which is since you can only put epic gems onto body armor. So like choosing which one you're going to do unless you're doing a pure build, it's kind of hard. It's kind of like, well, what should we do with this? And there isn't really an easy, correct answer for that, unless, like I said, you're doing a, only, like a might or a finesse or, like just a focused one skill type class, in which case, yeah, just throw that on there. But if you're not doing that, then, like this, okay, this is a 2-part build. What should I be doing? Or am I watering? Oh. Okay. That's what I was watering. Interesting. So does this do anything? Ooh, nifty. Anyway, but yeah. So it's kind of one of those things, but yeah, there are accessories you can find. They are fairly rare, borderline unique accessories, though, so...
Welcome back, Beckoned. You've returned. The rats are diminished, though some yet remain. I should warn the city to stay vigilant against them. Still, I ask that you take this as a token of my appreciation. Here is gold for your trouble. And take this amulet as well. It marks you as one of the city's illustrious sewer masons. Wear it with pride.
And let's see. Okay, yeah, no, I don't want to talk to you. Just since we did finish off in the last video, quite a few quests. Yeah, there we go. Contract board. Turn that in there.
Be careful here.
Well done, Beckoned. The stowaway is no more. Please take this as a token of Idilla's gratitude. Well done, Beckoned. It is unfortunate that our surveyor died, but thank you for returning her report. Please take this. Well done, Beckoned. Thank you for returning these items. Please take this as a token of Idilla's gratitude.
Are there new quests here? All contract. Okay. Leaky faucets. One of the cisterns in the sewers has taken on too much water. If it is not drained, the excess could seep into the water's foundation and cause damage. Going primal. Some primal sprites have begun constructing a nest in the sewers of the city. Find the nest and clear it out before it grows too large. Alright, so more stuff to do back in the sewers. Cool. I need to find his wife. Yep, okay, cool. Anyway, let's... Wait, what?
Well done, Beckoned. The nest of primal sprites and their thralls has been removed. Please take this as a token of Idilla's gratitude.
Okay, so one more thing I need to go into the sewers and deal with, then instead of 2. Nifty, whatever. Oh, there's plants. What's up, Home Slice?
You bear the circlet of Arcades. Then the wreath is almost complete. The foundation is gold with runes of prayer, as I said. Now, it must be woven with blood and toil. The colossi furnish the foundation and nature furnishes the trappings. The laurels of the wreath are not crafted, but earned. We seek Teryx veins. Once they are ours, once the wreath is complete, the ritual of atonement can begin.
We're making this from a Terex?
I take it you have encountered a Terex before. Likely the mongrel, carrion-eating scavengers that plague us. They are a common foe. We seek the veins of the Alpha Terex. They are fierce and proud, all that is wild and savage in nature. To prove to the gods the righteousness of our faith, then we must conquer a mighty foe. They will serve.
Okay.
We are so close now.
Oh, he's actually leaving this time. I didn't expect that. Huh. So he's joining us for the hunt this time instead of the lady there. Okay. So where are we going exactly? Oh, we're actually leaving the city. Well, isn't that nifty? By the way. Yeah. And that's somewhere, yeah. So really these two are the ones that we need to worry about for the moment. Alright, one of them takes us back to the sewer, and one of them we need to leave the city. And I don't feel like going back to the sewer for the moment. We'll go back later for that.
Ithene, guide your actions.
Indeed.
Onakatos walks among us, and the citizens are awed. This act seems small to you, Beckoned, but it is enough to give my people hope. I thank you on their behalf, if nothing else.
Cool. I did a good thing. Yay. Alright. Since we seem to need to go to the Teeth of Naros, let's do the thing. Alright, and he's all the way over there. Okay. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to take this route. Well, not this route directly. But there's treasure to be found here, so we're doing the thing. There's also treasure down that way, too. Also treasure here. But this has people around it. Rend and Carver. Many have tried to claim Rend and Carver for their own, but between the trolls and their inhospitable environment, many have failed. The only one who ever came close was a brutal warlord, nameless in history, who carved a kingdom for himself with strange magic and these daggers, which he claimed came from beyond the arcane veil. They are impossibly sharp, and the wounds they cause are always fatal. Yeah, but they don't really have much in the way of good stats on them, but, you know, whatever. Chain of Kraos, what do you do? Yeah, not great. And yes, there are lore stones here. We'll deal with that in a moment, though. Because you guys look like you might want to interrupt my lore stone. nothing to find out here. Alright, so let's listen on the lore stone.
In the youth of Amalur lived the Uranos, existing from the hill lands alone. They held not the blessings of the gods, and so were blinded to their own potential. We lived in ignorance among the savage people. We wasted the gifts of the gods ourselves.
Alright then. And yeah, there are, no, not lore stones. Yeah, 5 teeth of Naros ones. And then there's also those ones that are also here, as you can tell from the description, or talk about the records made by the Primos of his deception or whatever. It has finally happened. Adelia has been raised high into the clouds above. This is truly a sign from the gods that they are pleased with our work, my work, building this perfect city. Yet I did this not for the gods alone, but for you, my one true love. How would you so love this city in the sky? Do not think that the city being raised will end my visits. I will come see you again as soon as things are settled here. Okay. Interesting. The city is coming along nicely. It is finally beginning to look like the place the gods intended for our people to be. With every strike of my hammer and chisel to the stone, I imagine the place we once dreamed of living. I only wish you were here to see all its beauty. It is everything you had hoped it would be, and more. The gods will be proud of this city once it is completed. Sadness fills me to know that we will not be together in this perfect city. But if all goes well, then perhaps one day I can find a way to bring you to the city. This filled with knowledge from the heavens above, this specially crafted crystal ring enhances a person's skills. Bonus to armor, bonus to health, bonus to detect hidden. Yeah, not super great. Like, not bad, but not worth. Wait, what? The statue of a colossi woman appears to be unfinished. On the lower half there's a signature that reads Pesetor. Okay, I'm confused. So does his wife not actually exist? Or is she dead? What?
You must be the one I've been hearing so much talk about. The one that has been beckoned by Athene. You are truly someone special. Special enough that perhaps you could help me with a task that has been of great concern to me.
What can I help with?
I seek to restore this shrine, so that the patrols of the Teeth of Naros can take use of it. The shrine carries the blessings of the gods, relaying them to special litanies. However, the magics of the shrine have worn out. But it can be repaired. With 5 of these litanies, the magics of the shrine can be restored.
Alright, I guess I can find those litanies for you.
Thank you, friend. I would search myself, but I would need to leave my post to do so. And I must keep the watch. 5. Yes, 5 litanies should hold enough magic to restore the altar to working condition. Gather them, and bring them here.
Alright.
Farewell, Chosen One.
Oh. And there happens to be a litany right here along our path. Isn't that nice? Ebony buckler. Yeah, it might be useful. Stay over there, buddy. Any good loot? The Dove's Wings. Ice-based Fey Blades, interesting. Winter brings peace and death, Fey proverb. Alright. More importantly, another lore stone.
Then, one Myru heard the whispered golden notes of the voice of wisdom herself. Athene. The goddess bid him to raise up his brethren, so they may know the favor of the gods once more.
We are Athene's chosen. We follow her path. Guide us to your blessed wisdom.
Alright. Naratellos. And looks like there's a litany in there. Nixeros. And some various chests lying around. And we're not too far from where we need to be to meet with the king. Or the Primos. Basically the king. I don't know if this is yeah, okay, but did it automatically break over time, or do you need to mash out of it? Okay, so it does break over time. Interesting to know. Not something that's particularly useful in the middle of a fight to know that, but, yeah, you know, it's a thing. Armguard Chaucer's Armguard pants. What? Man, I need to actually, because I hit the wrong button. Oh, there they are. Well, suitable greaves for a human of Alfar. These were actually meant to be arm guards for a Colossi warrior. Either way, they do the job. Ah, okay. Man, my inventory fills up quick, don't it? Alright, we'll chat in a moment, buddy. Okay, it leads into there from where I was like, oh, does that lead to that chest just kind of sitting there in the middle of the void? What the heck?
We are here. That is good. I feel hope stirring in my veins once more. It is the prospect of reconciliation that has granted me a second youth. Come. We must kill the alphas of each Eyrie. With their veins in hand, we shall fulfill the gods' wishes. Salvation awaits.
Alright. Oh, I'm guessing the big red one there.
Feel Balin's embrace! Feel my wrath! Feel Balin's embrace! Thus we begin. And as we harvest these trophies, you shall learn the journey the Colossi have taken to get here. Once we were but savages, no better than the other giant kin. We were called Myru, and to that identity we were chained, until one day, Athene spoke to us. She spoke of a destiny and greatness that was not ours, but could be. She showed us the path of ascension, and we followed it here, to the teeth of Naros.
So your people are not from here?
No, we are far from the homeland of our ancestors. Undoubtedly the gods wished us to renounce our savage history. It was necessary. Though the Jotun and Etin once regarded us as kin, they grew jealous of us, of the strength we gained from the gods' favor. Tensions rose to war. It was a sign from Athene to my people to seek a new homeland, where the bounty of her wisdom could be harvested eternally. Very well, beckoned.
Interesting. So we kill things and we get a lore dump in pieces
Feel
between killing things.
Balin's embrace.
Speaking of things to kill, I think he's found them. The lion's claws. Life is conflict. Fey proverb. The black stone that formed this armor was brought from the Colossi distant homeland. The white symbols painted on its surface are traditionally tattooed on Colossi to bring protection and healing. Alright then. Ah, inventory's already full. Anyway, we got 43 master healing potions. 29 greater damage potions. Ooh, that is a lot. Isn't inventory management exciting? There we go. That freed up quite a bit of space.
Feel my wrath! Feel Baron's embrace! Feel my wrath!
Alright, cool. Oh, you're not dead yet, okay. Now you're dead, okay. Now I can properly loot bodies and such.
We wandered the teeth of Naros in search of the homeland we were promised. And when hope seemed lost, we found the Hyperion. It was a divine artifact. No mortal hand could have crafted it, a massive stone, alone in the wilderness, with the image of a floating city engraved upon its surface. At the city's heart was the Hyperion itself. We knew then Athene was tasking us to craft this wondrous city, to form a covenant. But we betrayed that ideal. To test our worthiness, the gods have strewn throughout Amalur riddles, puzzles, and challenges. Answering them demonstrates our greatness. The Hyperion is one such challenge. Perhaps the greatest of them. And though we discovered it years before, we still do not have the answer. We must act.
Alright then. I'm curious about the part where like you found the city and you built a floating city, but apparently that isn't what you were supposed to do. I'm confused. Yeah, Eerie Peak. Interesting. And the view ain't so eerie if you ask me. Ha 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 ha.
Feel Balan's embrace! Feel Balan's embrace! Feel my wrath!
Alright. Oh, more of them coming. Okay.
Come. Circlet must be. Feel my wrath!
Then again, none of these are the big red ones that we're looking for, so this is just a thing to do. Kill some time, kill some birds, you know? It's like, it's what you do on a Saturday night.
Come. Circlet must be built.
Oh! I mean, I'm not sure why I'm surprised by that, but okay, didn't know that.
In the end, the city rose, but the Hyperion did not follow. The heart of the city remained unmoved. That we could not abide. My predecessor, Arche, sought to force the Hyperion up, but the Hyperion rejected him, killing him and his followers, and sealed itself away. Our work here is concluded. As a show of thanks, take these. The Terriks are mighty, and their hides light but strong. These will serve you well.
So what happens now?
I must make the gods see that my people can be redeemed for the faults of Arches. With the wreath in hand, I can conduct a ritual of atonement. As you bear the cipher, the conduit to the gods, you will bear witness. Come. We must conduct this ceremony at the site of our original transgression. Let us go to the Hyperion. We must act.
Alright. No, sounds like something's about to go down, but it's been long enough for a video, if you ask me. So, tune in next time where, well, that happens. I don't know. We are entirely deep. We are knee deep in unknown territory for me as far as this game goes. So, I don't know. We're gonna follow him though and see what happens. Anyway, until next time, as always, later, folks.